Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany Timberlake. It's wonderful you're here to join me for your practice. This is a gentle yoga practice. We are going to get started laying down on our backs. So when you make your way down, we'll just take a few moments to take up lots of space. We'll let the legs, the arms just splay out. You could close the eyes. We'll roll the shoulder blades underneath so they're laying flat on the floor. And we'll just find a little bit of stillness before we start to move. Taking this time to connect to the breath. Feeling the rise and the fall of the belly as the air moves in and out of your nose. And then we'll start to move the inhales a little bit deeper down into the belly. So inhaling from the depths of the belly. And exhaling slight constriction to the belly. Inhaling. And exhaling. And on your next inhale, we'll draw the right knee in towards the chest. You could clasp your hands on the right shin. Or rock that right knee gently side to side, warming up the right hip. The bottom left leg is flexed, feet strong. And we'll take our left hand onto the right knee, right arm just out to our sides. Gently, the left knee crosses over the body as we twist. You could look over towards the right if that's okay for your neck. And nothing in this practice is aggressive. Just taking our time to warm up the spine, connect to the breath. And then slowly unwinding, we'll take the right hand to the right knee and just bring the knee a little bit over to the right. Again, just moving the knee side to side, increasing mobility in the right hip. And we'll bring the leg back to center. Extending the right leg up towards the ceiling. You might have a straight leg, the knee might be slightly bent, that's okay. And then we'll slowly draw the right leg in towards the body. You can walk your hands up the leg. And keeping your head, your shoulders on the mat. And then bending the right knee and then extending the right leg long. We'll inhale to draw the left leg in towards the chest. Left knee moving side to side. You can make circles with the knee. Right leg is strong. And taking this left knee with our right hand, the left knee gently moves towards the right, extending the left arm as we twist. Unwinding. We'll take the left knee into the left hand, gently draw the left knee to the left, making little movements. Drawing the left leg back to center and then extending the left leg, left foot up towards the sky, drawing the left leg in towards the torso. We'll bend the left leg. We'll bring the right knee in so we can hug both knees in towards the chest. You can rotate the ankles so the toes and feet move in one direction and then the other. And we'll roll over onto one side using our top hand to press our way up. We're going to come onto all fours, spreading the fingers, the wrists come underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, letting the belly drop, the chest opens as we look up. Next, exhale, rounding through the spine, chin in towards the chest. Belly drops, chest opens, just allowing yourself to move with the guidance of the breath. You can roll through a couple of these cat-cow shapes. There's so much time we have here to explore, so no rush to get anywhere. And we'll come to a neutral table, extending the left leg behind us, reaching the right arm forward. We're in a balancing table. You could stay right here as you reach through the right fingertips, through the left heel, or you could bend the left knee and reach back with the right hand, holding on to the outside of the left foot, kicking the foot into the hand, opening through the right shoulder, chest, opening through the left hip flexors, and then exhaling, releasing from wherever you are, hand and knee lands. We'll extend the right leg behind us, lifting the leg. The left arm lifts and extends, reaching through the left fingertips, right heel. Staying here as you engage the core, or bending the right knee, reaching back for the right foot. Releasing from here, left hand, right knee lands. Just letting your knees rock side to side. Your hips rock side to side. And then we'll walk our hands a little bit further out in front of us, keeping the hips over the knees. Letting the heart melt forward and down, coming into melting heart pose. Your forehead resting on the mat. Opening through the chest, opening through the sides of the body. Next inhale, we'll lift up slightly, and then bending the elbows, we'll come down onto our bellies. Shoulders over the elbows, coming into Sphinx. The chest moves forward and up, engaging the legs, pelvis rooted down onto the mat. And if you'd like, you could press into the hands, coming up into a higher seal, just for a few breaths. And the elbows land on the mat. We're going to turn our right arm, so the forearm is now parallel with the front of the mat, bending the left leg. You can reach back with the left hand for the left foot, inside of the foot, or the outside, you can choose. And starting to draw the left foot in towards the back of your left leg. Releasing the grip of the foot, coming all the way down, resting on one cheek. You could bring your hands behind you. And then coming back up onto the elbows. We'll turn the left forearm so it's parallel with the front of the mat, bending the right knee, reaching back for the right foot. You could stay right here, pulling the foot in towards you. Or you might even flip your hand so your fingers are moving towards the front of the mat. You're opening through the right chest, getting into the quads of the right leg. Releasing the leg and the foot, coming all the way back down onto the floor, resting on your other cheek. Inhaling, coming back up, pressing up and back into a child's pose. You take your big toes to touch, the knees wide. Your head comes to rest onto the mat. Let the arms be soft. Let the belly be soft. Next inhale, we come forward into table, tucking the back toes, lifting the knees, hips move up and back, coming into a downward dog. You can pedal out through the legs, hips sway side to side. We'll inhale the right leg up. And on the exhale, bringing the right knee in towards our chest, placing the right foot near the right hand. Left knee lowers. On the inhale, the arms reach up, pelvis moves forward and down. We'll take our hands and clasp them at the lower back. Next inhale, the chest lifts up, hands reach towards the floor. And releasing the grip of the hands, reaching the arms up again on the inhale.
And then exhaling, the hands come down to the floor. Plant the left hand, opening up to the right. The right arm reaches up, opening through the chest, and the left hip flexors. Exhale, right hand lands. And we'll do that again. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, right hand lands. One more time. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, right hand lands. We'll tuck the left toes, step the right foot back, downward dog. Inhale, the left leg rises. Exhale, slowly the left knee moves in towards the chest, planting the left foot. Right knee lands. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, pelvis forward and down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Hands clasp at the lower back. Chest lifts as you inhale. Hands reaching towards the floor. Releasing the grip with the hands, inhaling, the arms reach up. Exhaling, hands land. Planting the right hand. Inhaling, opening up through the left chest as the left arm reaches up. Exhaling, left hand lands. 2 more times, moving with the breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, land. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left hand lands. Tucking the back right toes. Back into downward dog. Can let the head shake out. Yes, no. And then we'll just take some baby steps towards the front of our mat. We'll take the feet wide. I'm coming down into Balasana or a squat. We'll take our hands together at our heart, elbows press into the knees. Lifting up through the crown of the head, the tailbone reaching towards the floor. And we'll take our left hand just to the outside of the left leg, the left arm pressing into the left knee, and then opening up through the right arm. On your next exhale, we'll draw the hands again together at our heart, pressing the elbows into the knees, lifting through the spine. Right fingertips, right hand lands, opening up through the left chest. And then coming back to center. One more time, the hands press together at our heart. The thumbs could be pressing into the sternum. We'll take our fingertips down onto the mat, slowly lifting the hips. We'll heel toe the feet a little bit closer so they're about hip distance apart, and letting the torso dangle. You could sway side to side. You might like to hold on to opposite elbows. Opening through the hamstrings. Releasing any tension through the spine, the lower back. we'll just ragdoll ourselves all the way up, rolling up through the spine. Inhaling, the arms reach up. And the exhale, hands come together at our heart. We're going to take a big step back with our left foot, coming into a warrior two. Arms are strong, right arm reaching forward, left arm reaching back. Torso over the hips. Next, inhale, the left arm draws down the left leg as the right arm reaches up and back. Coming back to warrior two, bending the right arm, forearm comes to land on the right thigh, left arm reaches up and over. Reaching through the left fingertips all the way down to the edge of the left foot. Inhaling, coming all the way back up into warrior two. Hands onto the hips, turning the right toes in. So we're now facing the long edge of our mat. Inhaling, the arms reach up. Exhaling, hinging forward, coming all the way forward. You can sway side to side. Bringing the weight even in the feet. We're going to take a lunge, a side lunge to the right. So turning the right toes out, leaning over to the right. You could have your left toes pointing up or down. The right hand's fingertip here, resting on the floor. Opening up through the chest as you look up, left arm reaches up. And then we'll bring the left fingertips to the floor, just so we can slowly lunge over to the left. Left fingertips land, that left arm presses into the left knee like we did in Malasana, then opening up. And you can bring some movement into this if you want to open up the chest a little bit more to the sky, you want to round. And we'll do that again. So slowly walking over to the right, opening up through the chest, finding any movement that feels really good in your body today. And then coming back to the other side, low lunge here. And then as we move back to the right, we're going to turn the right toes to the front of the mat, coming onto the ball of the left foot, lowering the left knee, hips sink back, coming into a hamstring stretch for the right leg. Right hip moves back, left hip moves forward. Spine is so strong, shoulders away from the ears. And then bringing the weight back into the right foot, we'll plant the hands, tuck the back toes, coming into a plank just shortly. So then we can land the knees, elbows in towards our sides as we lower. We'll take our hands out wide, tenting the fingertips. Inhaling, lifting forward and up through the chest. Exhale, lowering. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, rolling up through the spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We'll take our hands just to the outsides of our ribs so we can press up and back into a child's pose. Inhaling, coming forward, tucking the toes, downward dog. We'll take little baby steps just to the front of our mat. And coming to dangle the torso. Inhaling, rolling up through the spine. Arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to our heart. We're going to take a really big step back this time with our right foot. We're coming into warrior 2 on this side. So extending the arms, the hips sink down, strong legs. You might like to close the eyes, reconnecting to the breath if you've lost that connection, coming back to the present moment. Inhaling, right arm moves down the right leg, left arm lifts up and back. Coming back to warrior 2. Bending the left elbow, the left forearm rests on the left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Reaching through the right fingertips all the way down the right side into the right edge of the foot. And then we'll come all the way back up into warrior 2. Hands on our hips and turning the toes in so we're facing the long edge of our mat. We're going to squat down through the knees here, through the hips. We'll take our hands onto the thighs, the thumbs pointing in. Inhale, tall spine. And on the exhale, the right shoulder dips towards the center as you look to the left. Inhaling through center. Exhale, dipping the left shoulder, looking to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, right shoulder dips. Inhaling through center. Exhaling, left shoulder dips. We'll just do this one more time, just with your own breath. And then when you come back to center, we'll take our hands to our heart, and then we'll take our arms out to the side, bending the elbows so you have cactus arms. Shoulder blades draw together. Just 3 breaths in a really strong goddess. And then on the exhale, taking the hands to the legs so we can straighten the legs. hinging forward, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Releasing through your face and your neck, shoulders relaxing. Sway side to side. And then we'll inhale to come up to a flat back. Taking the tented right fingertips right underneath our heart. Inhaling, tall, flat spine. Exhale, the left arm swoops to the left and reaches up, keeping the hips level. Exhale, left hand lands, replacing the right. Opening now through the right chest. Then your own breath will move from side to side just a few times, 2 times. You might want to bring a little extra fluid movement into the arms. Just making this your own. Listening to your breath. Relishing in the quiet, slow practice. And then when you've had enough, we're slowly going to turn towards the front of our mat on our left foot. We'll come down into a low lunge. The right knee lands. Hips sink back, getting into the left hamstrings. Weight comes back into the left foot, planting the hands, tucking the back toes, stepping the left foot to meet the right, just a little plank, knees lower, exhaling all the way down towards the floor. We'll take our arms out wide, tenting the fingertips, inhaling, chest lifts forward, up. Exhaling, coming down. 2 more times. Inhale, rolling up through the spine. Exhale, lower. And we'll take our left arm and reach it out towards the left side, palm facing down. We'll slowly start to roll the body so the right leg comes up and around. Right leg lands. We're opening through the left shoulder. You could take your right fingertips, just placing them in front of you, or you might even want to reach that right arm up. Be a nice opening through the right triceps, shoulders. And on your next exhale, just gently unwind. We're going to take this shoulder opener on the other side. Right arm extends to the side, palm facing down. Left leg rolls over, left foot lands. You might like to reach the left arm up and overhead. And on your next exhale, coming out of this shape, we'll take our hands outside the ribs, pressing up into a table. Letting the belly drop, the chest opens, looking up. Exhaling, rounding through the spine, navel in towards the spine. Inhaling, belly drops, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round. And then coming back to a neutral table, and then bringing the hips back. We'll come to seated with the legs extended out in front of us. And we'll move into staff pose. The legs are really strong, almost like you could be pressing your feet against the wall. Take our hands, reaching them towards the floor. Crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. It doesn't look like a hard pose, but very challenging to sit up with a tall spine, to engage legs. And then on the next exhale, we'll make this really passive, very yin-like. So relaxing the feet and the legs. The fingertips start to walk down the legs, hinging at the hips. You could round through the spine. If it's okay for the neck, having the chin come in towards the chest. Inhaling, starting to roll up through the spine. We'll take our right leg, bending the knee, taking the right foot up and over the left leg. On the inhale, lifting up through the spine. On the exhale, the right hand reaches behind our right hip, landing on the floor. You could have just a gentle grip with the right knee. You might like to hug the right knee. The inhales, the spine lengthens, and on the exhale, we twist to the right. So slowly moving into this twist. You might like to get into the neck and let the head roll from one side to the other. And slowly unwind. We'll just twist over to the left, countering this to the other side. And then coming back to center, releasing the right leg out long, drawing the left knee in so the left foot lands onto the outside of the right leg. Inhale, tall spine. On the exhale, left hand comes behind the left hip, drawing the left knee in towards you with the hand, the arm. Long, tall spine. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Welcome to bring any movements you'd like into the neck. Unraveling the spine, Just leaning over towards the right. And coming back to center. We're going to come all the way down onto our backs. Bending the knees, we'll bring the soles of the feet in towards the bum. We'll take the right ankle on top of the left thigh. You could stay right here for quite a bit of an opening or sensation through the outside of the right leg and glute. Or if you'd like to bring the left leg in towards you, the right arm reaches in between that little hole you've made with the leg. Left hand meets the right. You could clasp the hamstrings, or maybe you reach and clasp for the front of the left thigh or the shin. You might like to close the eyes again if they're not already closed. And the breath is steady, rhythmic. Releasing the grip that you might have with your hands. Left foot lands to the floor, releasing the right leg. You might like the knees just to fall side to side gently before we move into the other side. Bending the knees, we'll take the left ankle onto the right thigh. You could stay here in this loose figure four, or drawing the right leg in towards you. If you're drawing the leg in towards you, see if you can keep the head and the shoulders relaxed onto the floor. And releasing from this side. Again, the knees could just fall side to side so gently. And then we'll extend the legs out long. Inhaling, the arms reach up and over. I'll start to walk the legs over to the right. Both hip bones stay rooted. And then the torso and the arms shift over to the right. So we're creating this C shape or banana shape with the body. You might like to hook the left ankle on top of the right. And we'll just hang out here, for about a minute, making this so passive. Letting any muscular effort you might be holding on to, just letting all of that go, letting it release. And unhooking the ankles if they're hooked. Coming back through the midline and walking our way all the way over to the other side. Imagining that your thoughts are like clouds in the sky. And just being the observer of the thoughts. Observing how they come and go. And then coming back to center, we'll draw the knees in towards the chest. As the feet land, you could let the feet just come out long, or if you'd like to, take the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out. And just letting the arms rest comfortably by your sides. We'll take these last few moments in Shavasana just to let all of the work we've just done, physically and mentally, just letting all of that marinate really deep. The bones of the body are heavy, they're supported by the floor. And just riding the waves of the easy breath we've created. gently let the back of the head roll side to side. Moving your fingers and your toes. Bending the knees. Drawing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. And we'll roll over onto our side. And then coming all the way up to a comfortable seat. Rolling through the shoulders a few times in one direction and then in the other. Oh, we'll bring our hands to our heart. And namaste.